Hello and welcome to Sights Uncena, the first, only, and God willing last wrestling podcast on the internet. As always, I am your host, Jet Grind, the guy who watches SmackDown. With me is Zen Scissors, who watches Raw.
It's Shockma!
We're not putting Shockma in the damn video game!
Shockma! Give me Shockma, please.
And also Dup is here, I guess.
I hate this.
I love it.
This podcast is garbage. Why does anyone listen to us?
You're doing a very good job of...
I like to sound my own voice.
Great. So I heard wrestling happened this week.
Well, you watched half of it.
Supposedly.
Dup, tell me everything you know about Raw.
Nothing. You know what I don't know, though?
What?
What the Dragon Balls do!
Oh, I thought you were going to say who Shockma is, but...
Well, I don't know that either.
He killed a bunch of people playing a tabletop game.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what?
So, Zen, lead us in then. What happened on Raw?
Alright, so, live from Portland, where the dream of WCW is alive. Because I love the 90s. Fuck you, Portland. I'm just kidding. I had to work it in somehow. Anyways...
I'm so angry about your Portlandia joke.
Gotta get Portlandia in there somewhere. Gotta recap Shield Age of Mistron over here. Oh boy. And no, I'm not kidding when I say that, because they're recapping it like it's a fucking movie. It's really stupid.
Great.
And that's when it becomes very clear that this is just going to be a TLC hype-up show, so... Come on, let's just get it over with. So there's a bunch of tables, ladders, and chairs just littered around the entire stadium. And there's all these weird sweeping shots.
I feel like they're selling this a bit too early.
You think?
We're like most of the week away, and you're already hitting us with the money shot.
Like, look at all these tables, ladders, and chairs. It's like that one closet every janitor has access to, and they're just filming it. All these porn shots of utilities. Thanks. Anyways, Kurt Angle's here. He's walking around all the new furniture. And what's he here to say? Hey, did you know the Shield's together?
I was gonna say, probably nothing of consequence.
I didn't know that happened.
Who'd have thunk? I missed that recap from earlier.
So, he's got to get interrupted, because of course he does. Who interrupts him?
Jason Jordan?
The Shield!
What?
And they're entering through the fucking... They're entering through the peoples, the crowds and stuff, because I guess they got locked out of backstage or some shit. I know it's their entrance, but it still looks silly.
Nope, they got locked out from backstage. Now that Neville no longer works for the WWE, they don't have a monitor to keep them going to the right areas.
That's why you put the string down, man. Theseus knew that. You gotta put the string down.
Gotta use the breadcrumbs.
Yeah, Hansel and Gretel, remember when they found the house of candy upkept by the Minotaur? Yeah, that's my favorite Brothers Grimm tale.
Remember when Hansel and Gretel found the candy house that was run by Nia Jax?
This is turning into some Aku storytelling bullshit. And then a giant samurai stepped on the house of the candy house. And he said, Fee Fi Fo Fum, that's my name. Jesus Christ. So, it's the Shield.
Fee Fi Fo Fum, pushing Roman Reigns is dumb.
It is really dumb. Speaking of, they do the thing where they got the ring partially surrounded again. Ooh. But it's kind of weird, because it's like, why would they want to hurt Angle? That doesn't seem like a really good idea. Like, what reason do they have for doing that? I don't know. Wait.
Is The Miz supposed to be the good guy in this plot, then?
I don't know!
Or are the Shield just morally ambiguous?
They're anti-heroes. Everybody's... speaking of the 90s, everybody in the 90s loved anti-heroes. So it makes sense that they push him in Portland.
Sometimes you have to suplex your brother in order to win. Hi, I'm Todd McFarlane.
I can't wait for Roman Reigns to have a Spawn outfit in WWE 2K18. Every time he does a Superman punch, it takes meter away from the counter or whatever the shit it is. Fucking Spawn. And then when he wins, it's like Soul Calibur, where he laughs and leans and shoves his dick into the camera. Thanks, Soul Calibur. That's what I wanted.
I feel like we keep losing the plot.
So do they.
Makes sense.
So yeah, they're gonna like attack Kurt Angle or some shit, and they start chanting, "This is awesome!" Really? For this? It doesn't really seem like it's worth it, but okay. Okay.
Also, I'm glad the WWE Universe is finally okay with pushing Roman Reigns, as long as it also means they're pushing two people that people like.
So Roman Reigns gets the mic and he's like, "You get out of our yard or we beat your ass." That's a very Roman Reigns things to say, I must say. And then, in a very smart move, Seth Rollins takes the mic away from Roman Reigns. Yeah, you're done talking. And at this point, I noticed that they're decked out in like fucking Alpha Team gear. Is that like something with the Shield? I'm guessing it is.
Where they wear, like, bulletproof vests and shit? Yes.
Yeah, where it looks like they're going to attack the Arkley Mansion.
Yep. What?
Going to it, it's a
Resident Evil, motherfucker.
Oh.
I was gonna make the joke they're gonna play paintball, but...
Probably. Can't use real guns, that's not PG. So, yeah, if they look like Alpha Team, it makes me wonder who's gonna get killed by dogs. But they're supposed to be the dogs, so at that point I just gave up. Fuck it.
Well, no. Only Roman Reigns is the dog. He is specifically the big dog.
But then why do they keep referring to them as Cerberus?
Because if one of them is the... I guess that makes Rollins and Ambrose Roman Reigns' like vestigial heads.
Bark with me if you're my dogs.
You know, big dog, medium dog, and lesser dog.
Big dog, middlest dog, and sweet baby dog.
That's Dean Ambrose. So they're
also,
talking. I don't give a shit.
I don't know about y'all, but my favorite song from the 90s, since we keep talking about that, was Baha Men's Who Let Roman Reigns Out.
Vince
Did let him
McMahon.
out. Yes.
So all three of them talk, and they all have their things to say, and it just comes down to we good at kill people. Awesome. I didn't know that yet.
Never would have thunk.
Seems fake.
So they call out The Miz, because of course they do, and they're like, "Why don't you come out here and fight us?" Drawn out silence. Every time. Every fucking time. And then the bar comes out, and so does Miz and his lone Verdugo. All of them are here.
Okay.
Angle is like, whoa, we can't have this match right now. That's pay-per-view shit. Stop! That's not allowed. So I guess that's the end of that. Oh, thanks. I guess Strowman's gonna be on Miz TV tonight, though. That's what I need to know.
Oh, good. More Strowman talking.
Yeah, that's gonna end great. You know what else is gonna end great? Commercials.
Love to do capitalism.
So we come back. And they didn't warn me it was going to be Elias when we came back. You didn't prepare me for the vitriol that is filling my lungs at this very moment.
Get owned.
Ugh. And it's even worse. Because guess who's in there with him? It's Gallows
Enzo?
and/or Anderson.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. Just wonderful. And Elias he's saying his stupid shit like he always does. And he's like, "You shut up, Elias is freedom." What does that even mean?
What?
I can't decipher this Lovecraftian bullshit. What does that mean? That's another Zen riddle, I guess. Chips and dip and Elias is freedom.
What?
It gets worse, because then Gallows and/or Anderson start yipping into the mic to warm up their vocal cords. I was kidding about this being some fucking Eldritch Nightmare bullshit, but I guess they're really pushing it, because I have no idea what's happening.
I can't wait until Bloodborne 2, where the final boss is Gallows and/or Anderson.
Yeah, they're fused.
Yeah, they do the fusion dance.
Well, no, it's the bar. They do the Goro stance, and then they do the fusion dance.
No, you see, Gallows and/or Anderson is just Gallows and/or Anderson, and the other one is their stand. You, the viewer, decide who is who.
They switch off from time to time. They're both half stand, half human.
Messed up.
It is messed up. So they're singing Honky Tonk Man, and it's like, please don't remind me of that piece of shit. Fuck Honky Tonk Man.
Is impressive Pelvis Wesley here tonight too?
Sadly, no. And then they're like, we're gonna sing our best song, and it's about Jason Jordan. I wonder how this is gonna go. It's just, Jason is a nerd. That's the whole song. They just repeat that.
Oh, you're not going to give us a rousing interpretation.
Oh, Jason is a nerd! Jason is a nerd! There you go. That's the whole song. That's the entire song. It's a shorter loop than a fucking Sigma theme. That's it.
I quit.
That sure was worth my time.
Somebody put some dubstep under Gallows and Anderson.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm good.
That's how you extend a theme, right?
Bannerang.
I don't know how to extend this theme, so I'm just gonna throw like 30 seconds of dubstep at the end of it, because that fits a Sigma theme. It doesn't. Anyways, finally, Jason comes out, and he's with Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews for some Marvel/Arya match bullshit. But first, commercials.
Of course.
So we come back, and the commentators they're also baffled by the phrase "Elias is freedom." They're just like, what does it mean? No, but what the fuck does that mean? And they bring up that he apparently tweeted that he was going to bless the waters in Portland. Well, Elias, when the words I say make more sense than yours, you might need to evaluate what you're fucking saying.
Elias Sampson is out here to bless the rains down in Africa.
I wish he wishes he was as good as Toto. I wish he was as good as Toto.
Also, maybe it's like Elias is freedom blank. Like, maybe we have to fill in the blank. Like, Elias is freedom fries.
Yeah, he's freedom fries. Sure, he's freedom toast. He's freedom couch. Freedom couch.
Elias is freedom Doritos. Hey, Dup, please invite me to tabletop games so I can play as a character named Freedom Doritos. Thank you in advance.
No.
I mean, Elias is about as classy as a bag of Doritos, so that makes sense. So, after everyone throws a bunch of boots and shit at everybody else, Jordan spears Gallows and Anderson. So Apollo can sitting powerbomb Gallows and or Anderson in the ring and win.
Which got hit first?
I don't remember. They're both
Gallows...
they're both buff bald dudes with beards, and they look the same. I can't keep track. What really matters here is Elias finally lost a match. Good. I mean, he didn't get pinned, but he still lost. God damn it. Commercials. But this is good. Because we get a Wolfenstein 2 commercial. And I'm okay with that. But immediately after the Wolfenstein 2 commercial, we get a fucking Medea commercial.
A what?
Peaks and valleys. Medea.
What the shit is that?
Tyler Perry.
Who?
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you...
I
Really?
wish I lived in your world where I didn't know who Tyler Perry was.
Is that a name I'm supposed to know?
Hold on.
I wish.
Okay, so
I wish I
like
did.
Tyler Perry is a dude who managed to somehow make millions upon millions of dollars making one basic series of movies where he dresses up like an old lady and shenanigans happen.
Yeah.
That's it. He also played freaking what's his name in TMNT, the second movie.
I didn't fucking see that.
Oh, Baxter.
Baxter, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know who that guy is, I guess, now. Also, that movie was alright. It had Sheamus in it. Tying it back! What happened next?
Well, Sheamus turned into Super Shredder. Continuing the legacy of Kevin Nash.
No, to continue the legacy of Kevin Nash, he would have to tear both of his quads.
And then not get the simpy of Scott Steiner. Because he doesn't get his simpy at all.
Remember that time, there was a... What exactly? I think it was like a Royal Rumble ended on a tie. So Vince McMahon stormed out to the ring, got into the ring, and then just kind of sat there barking orders like he was trying to cut a promo, but he was sitting down because he tore both of his quads getting into the ring.
Nice.
Oh, I was gonna say, he gets into the ring and he's like, see, I win now.
We had a secret 31st entrant. I am the new heavyweight champion.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Added to his previous record of one-time ECW world champion.
Or that time he fought God. Because I don't forget that.
Or that time he drugged his wife and then cheated on her with a bunch of wrestle ladies in front of her.
Yeah, but that's not as fun as fighting God.
Or that time that Stephanie got abducted by the Undertaker's cult, and then Stone Cold fought against the cult, and then it turned out that Vince McMahon was the leader of the cult who abducted his daughter and was going to kill her to sacrifice her to their god.
Well, yeah, I do remember that.
Wrestling is stupid.
Or the multitude of times that Vince McMahon has tried to pitch storylines that involve him having sexual relations with his daughter, Stephanie McMahon.
How did we get onto this topic? This is just getting sad.
Yeah, let's
that's
gorilla
Vince
walk
McMahon.
back to where we were going.
Alright, so... Medea commercial.
Wait,
Fuck,
hold on.
Fuck.
Did you just say gorilla walk back to where we were
Yeah,
going?
that's what Vince McMahon does.
Yeah, he gorilla
Okay.
walks everywhere.
Okay.
That's his thing, because you got no chance. That's what you got. You're up against a machine too strong. So Medea.
What happened to Raw?
Fucking
I don't
Medea
think
commercial.
anything did.
Alright, we come back to the show. And there's, guess what? An Asuka hype-up video.
Oh,
And
yeah.
all I can think is, wow, Emma's gonna die. And I love it!
Of course you do.
Then we cut back to Emma getting interviewed. Goody. I don't care what she has to say, I just want to see her get destroyed.
The funny thing is, I think Emma was who Asuka fought when she debuted, or sometime after that. All I remember of that match was Asuka won by legitimately choking her out.
I can only hope for a repeat. So, yeah, we're interviewing Emma, and I'm not listening because I just don't care. And then Alexa comes in to talk Emma up. Fuck this. Fuck this shit. So, Alexa recruits Emma as a tag team partner for her match against Mickie James tonight. Oh boy, are they gonna make more old jokes? Oh, I'm so excited. Did I mention that this feud sucks? Because it does. This is a really shitty feud. Oh my god.
Is it better or worse than the Shane McMahon Kevin Owens feud?
Well, that one's just boring. This one is actively obnoxious.
Fair enough, fair enough.
So one of the commentators says, you know who Emma reminds me of? Enzo. Yeah, me too. They both annoy the fucking piss out of me, so yeah.
I cannot wait for a couple months from now when Enzo turns face and suddenly he's your boy.
He won't be, because he's the most obnoxious fucking person in the world, who always dresses terribly and is an awful Italian-American stereotype.
How you doing?
Bad! At least when Enzo's on screen. So, they're showing some cruiserweight stuff of Cedric Alexander, Brian Kendrick, and Jack Gallagher. I mostly took that down because I wanted to try and remember these people's names, because I never fucking do, because they never say them. So, the whole thing is Cedric got killed by Brian and Jack last week, and then he came back as Spirit of Vengeance and shoved his boot up Kendrick's ass backstage during his interview, and then ripped Gallagher in two. And now they're gonna have a rematch. Okay. Oh, okay. But the biggest surprise of the night happens. Cedric Alexander, a cruiserweight, gets a fucking on-screen entrance.
What?
A cruiserweight other than Enzo gets a televised entrance.
Bullshit.
I'm not shitting you. What the fuck? What is happening? This is some bizarro shit. We're still in that Eldritch Nightmare, I guess. We're still in the Hunter's Nightmare. And our sponsor this week is, once we get back from commercials, of course, who's our sponsor this week?
Little Caesars.
It's not Little Caesars.
Wendy's.
Payday Bar.
What?
Payday candy bars.
What?
I'll have my payday too with this fucking candy bar. Yeah, it's payday candy bars. So, Rick Swann is here because Gallagher is a cheating fuckwad and brought Kendrick with him. And I guess Gallagher is also known as the Gentleman Jack the Ripper. And that just opens up a whole new avenue of references for me.
Also, speaking of things getting stolen, tell me about how these cruiserweights get most of their time stolen.
What do you mean? When they're just not on screen because they're busy either recapping bullshit or hyping up stuff I don't care about that's going to happen in the show later?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
We did it.
Poor cruiserweights.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I feel bad for them. Like, at least they have 205 Live, but at the same time, like, what's the point of having them on Raw ever, then?
They don't even tell me their fucking names.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I had to desperately write down their names so I could fucking remember them. So, match happens, it's pretty cool, but it ends with Cedric bouncing Jack's spine off of his knees, and that's fucking it. Stick a fork in him, he's done. Jack's gonna have to start ripping out some spines if he wants his back. Boom, nailed it.
Gotta get that spine Gatorade.
Gonna need it, man. I need electrolytes! Commercials.
Of course.
So, WWE does its thing where it's like, hey, did you know about us? And then they're talking up, we have more Facebook clout than the NFL. Okay.
What?
Take that, you egg-carrying fucks. I don't know. What are they trying to get at here?
Is Vince McMahon still salty about the XFL?
Maybe? Whatever, it's Miss TV time.
Wait, first. Dump. Please tell me you know what the XFL is.
No.
Oh boy.
It was Vince McMahon trying to make a football league that was more quick and extreme, and the first bit of anything that people remember about it is they rented out a blimp, and on the first day it crashed.
I think I remember hearing about the XFL. I didn't hear about the blimp.
Also, like, the last game that was played was something like the $1 Million Game, but originally Vince McMahon just wanted to call it the big game at the end of the season. Like, that's literally what he wanted to title it.
Okay.
And, there was one other thing. Oh, yeah, they kept trying to, like, have wrestling promos, including, like, backstage segments with a plot, but it was football. Like, it was just a whole mess. There's a couple, like, really interesting videos and a documentary out there that you can watch about this disaster that I highly recommend, because it's a whole thing, and it is hilarious. Also, last little thing, a lot of people think that the XFL stands for the Extreme Football League. The X doesn't stand for anything. Vince McMahon just thought XFL sounded cool.
It's because he really likes Mega Man X. I'm a huge Zero fan. He would be a huge Zero fan.
I want him beam sabering in the middle of the ring.
I want lightning loops all day long. Fuck you.
Put that blonde robot on the title belt.
Give him green titties, too. Why?
Remember how Vince McMahon didn't know, like, what a burrito was?
Yes.
Also, now I'm just thinking about Paul Heyman, except for, like, replacing Brock Lesnar with Sigma.
Oh, I'm down for that shit.
My client, Sigma.
My client just wants to spread a virus everywhere.
Eat, sleep, destroy the Reploids, repeat.
Hunting Mavericks, bitch. I love you, Sigma. You're so stupid. You're such a stupid, goofy anime villain. Oh, man.
What were we talking about?
Sigma. Nah, it's time for Miss TV.
You know what? That is a very good question, because I lost the plot very quickly.
It's Miss TV time. It's time to listen to Strowman eat the mic.
Oh, good.
Team Miz, without Strowman, is out here, and Curtis Axel is the one that gets an audience cheer. They really like Curtis Axel, I guess.
Sure.
Then they hand the mic to Sheamus. And he gets a "you look stupid" chant. Poor Sheamus. It's gotta hurt to have your team uniform insulted so harshly when you stayed up at 2:30 in the morning sewing them. At least, that's my headcanon. That Sheamus just furiously sewing these things at 2:30 in the morning because he loves them.
I mean,
I'm so behind this.
I think they're probably referencing his, like, dumb mohawk, but...
It's the kilts.
Also,
it's gotta be the kilts.
There was a point in time where, like, they were giving Sheamus makeup, so it looked like he had burned the word rock into the side of his head.
Damaged.
Where's my WWE movie where Sheamus is played by Jared Leto?
Oh, God. And everything will be way too fucking dark to see what's happening. Awesome.
What are we talking about?
Suicide Squad.
How did we get here?
It doesn't matter. Miz's whole thing here is the Shield shit is just a bunch of nostalgia. And to be honest, he's not wrong. But then Miz kind of loses me when he's like, my team is better because we're family. What? Yeah, the bar is his family? What? I don't know. I guess that's what he's saying because they're part of his team and his team is family. And if his team's family, is the sixth man in his team going to be his unborn child? I mean, family. Apparently he's the Olive Garden of wrestling. So fuck it.
Also, I mean, a baby worked as part of the team in The Fate of the Furious, so I'm sure anything is possible.
Now it's time for Strowman. Ugh. Can we get an interpreter, please? And guess what? It's exactly what you'd expect. Are we sure Strowman isn't the dog? Because holy shit, this guy talks by barking. So there's this whole thing where Miz he's having this dilemma because he wants his Mizian in the match at TLC, but Angle comes out and tells him that he can only have 4 members in his team at once, and anyone who's played an RPG has probably had that problem. And Miz is finally feeling it. And Miz is doing his stupid shit where he whines because he's the Miz, and Angle straight just shuts him the fuck up.
So,
like, no, you stop fucking talking.
Wait a second. So their match at TLC is a handicap match?
Yeah, I guess it's 3 on 4. At least at this point in the show, it is. So Angle gives the Miz a gamble. It's a double or nothing situation. So Strowman has this match planned with Reigns at the end of the night in a cell and shit. So if Strowman wins his cage match against Reigns, Miz is gonna have a 5-man team. But if he loses, he only has a 3-man team, and he loses Strowman.
Okay.
Gotta roll them dice. They take the gamble, though. So Strowman better win, or Miz is going to be very not happy. But I'm also not happy because it's commercial time. Come back, and Sasha's here. Is this a different match from the Mickie James one that I am dreading later on? Yes, it is. This is a run back after Sasha fucking brutalized Alicia Fox last week. And Alicia Fox is talking, and she's like, I want my t-shirt! Okay. That's not my job! Don't yell at me! Jesus. So, Alicia Fox, she submitted last week, and that's how she got kicked out of the match where Emma won. Oh boy, I love recapping that part. So, she claims that she was scratching her nose, and that submission call was a bunch of bullshit.
Also, Zen, just to go back very quickly, how much does it make your blood boil to say the phrase, Emma won?
It's not fun. It's not a fun phrase to say. It's not one that I feel jovially coming off of my tongue. It takes effort.
Even though you know she won the chance to die.
That's the part that makes it okay. So, match happens. Not a lot to really recap there, except Alicia taps again. Wow, I sure do believe that you were scratching your nose.
No, this time she was powdering her nose.
At her battle station. So Alicia's screaming, I want a rematch, really living up to the fact that I think she reads the Scrubwad's handbook on a daily basis. And scene. Finito. Who's up next?
Is it your really shitty Mickey James match you're worried about?
It's Enzo.
Has Enzo been in every single Raw
Yes!
that watched? Wow.
It's always the same people, though.
You're getting kind of destroyed, huh,
Because they're
Zen?
pushing Enzo for some reason. So, what's his outfit this week, you might be asking? If not, guess what? You're going to hear about it anyways. So, there you go. He's wearing these shitty hipster glasses, a really stupid-looking hat, a Canadian tuxedo with ripped jeans, and an American flag in his back pocket.
Okay.
Looking at this man hurts. He is visually abrasive.
You're having a good time, huh, Zen?
Yeah, too much fun. It's like a Cinder match. It's just too much fun. Ugh, commercials. So now we're backstage with Sasha. What she got to say? Nothing, because she gets ambushed by Alicia Fox. And Fox she's just fucking... She's got like some X Factor shit going on. She's pissed off. She just murders Sasha in the corner, and then a ref comes to yell at her. And seriously, it looks like she's about to turn into She-Hulk, which I'd be okay with. So she assaults the ref as well, and then security comes and takes care of that. Okay, that's that! And now it's time. Fuckface McGee. He's here, performing for you. If you know the words, you can die with me too. So he gets to the ring, and he's like, I heard a couple boos. Yeah, because some people have taste, unlike you apparently. Fuck you. Now it's time to complain that he got set up to lose by Angle and the entire place. And if anybody does deserve to be conspired against, it is Enzo. Mercifully, Callisto comes out, and things instantly get better. Callisto gets the ring. Enzo does his stupid shtick. I got piles of money that stack higher than you, and it ain't dirty. Enzo, is there something you aren't telling us? You run some drug shit on the side or something? Why are you telling us your money isn't dirty? I didn't ask.
Nah, trust me, this is cleanly laundered.
Absolutely legitimate ice cream business. Totally not a mafia front.
Incorporated.
LLC. Then the worst part of the show happens. Callisto gets ambushed by people working for Enzo. Who would work for Enzo?
Yeah, I was about to say, who the shit's working for Enzo?
There's cruiserweights working for Enzo now. Why?
Did he pay them off? With his
I
stacks
wouldn't
of
take
money?
any amount of money. If Enzo gave me money, I'd shove it down his fucking throat. Oh my god, all these awful fucking garbage slang terms coming out of Enzo's mouth are stabbing me in the heart. And it hurts. As you'd imagine. Mustafa Ali comes out, here to save his best bud. I guess he likes Callisto. I don't know why, but I'm okay with it. Doesn't work too well, though.
For the hell of it, I decided to look up how tall Callisto is, just to see how big that stack of money would be. Callisto is about 5'6". What a small man.
He's not a tall dude.
Yeah, what a small man.
That's the joke, because Enzo is taller than him.
Yeah, Enzo's 6 feet. Holy shit.
Ha, you're short. That's a good one, Enzo. It probably took you like an hour to think of. So then I write probably the most poignant note of the night that's just 2 words. This sucks. This whole thing sucks. I hated it. One of the cruiserweights takes Enzo's jean jacket for him so he can throw some punches. This is fucking garbage. And then that's that. There's no match. There's no nothing. Fucking boo. Boo earns to the highest degree. That was the worst. That was the worst shit.
They did have a match, though, on 205 Live, and the only reason I know that is because they were advertising it on SmackDown, where it was like Callisto and Mustafa Ali versus Enzo and someone.
Big ass.
No, that would be a good tag team match.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't Big Ass, like, no longer with Enzo?
No, he's not. And also, Enzo killed him by spilling his blood onto the ground and having him trip over it. You know, the Enzo way. I'll die so you can die harder than me.
Sure.
I hate him. Commercials. And you know what? After that shit, I kind of need a break. I also needed a drink, so I got one. I made a screwdriver for myself because I really needed one at that point. So, come back. It's time for the Tag Team Championship. And the only two you'll see going at it, it's Ambrose and Rollins against the Bar. Because what other tag team is going to be here? Gallows and Anderson? I don't fucking think so. So, Bar does their entrance. I don't care how many times I see it. I do love seeing the goofy bullshit. Goddamn Goro stance and the fusion dance. It's so dumb, but I love it.
At least they're having fun.
Surprisingly, this match isn't just Ambrose reenacting the microwave hallway scene for the majority of it, so it is different. Crowd doesn't seem too big on it, though.
I'm sorry, can we go back a bit? What?
What? Microwave hallway scene?
Yeah, what?
Metal Gear Solid 4.
Oh.
Where you crawl and crawl and crawl and crawl. You know, what Ambrose does in any tag team match.
I mean, I guess I didn't get that far in Metal Gear Solid 4.
It's like the most famous scene of the game.
I thought the most famous one was the one where you fight Ocelot on top of a Metal Gear.
But that's a fight.
Yeah, get right, Jet Grind.
Oh no.
How dare you?
I have been shamed.
Yeah.
You should be.
Well, Dup, I guess you're the new host of this podcast. See you later.
You've been shamed this.
Finally, we can get our Metal Gear Solid podcast started. I'm glad.
I'm glad everyone's just gonna ignore that. That's
all right.
Good.
So, what was that Hind D doing there, anyways? I was always kind of curious about that. Who called it there? Was it Liquid? Was it Ocelot? I'm not actually sure.
So
what was with eating the key? Why did you have to eat the key? That's dumb.
So Ambrose isn't dying, right?
He's not dying. In fact, he's not really in the ring too much this match. It's mostly Rollins. Crowd starts booing them, or it doesn't seem too big on the match at least. I just think the crowd doesn't like Sheamus very much. Why you gotta be so mean? What's wrong with Sheamus? He's a dork, but that's kind of why he's great. He's like Sigma. So yeah, welcome to everybody's favorite Sigma podcast. What was your favorite form of Sigma? I'm mostly partial to X1. I like the Beam Saber and the Velgarder and shit.
I've never played a McMahon X game.
Well, pick one.
No.
Do you like them with the claws? X8.
I don't know any Sigmas.
Oh my god! What about the one in Marvel Infinite?
He's okay, I guess.
Then X1.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
I guess.
Well, I'm glad we can all agree X1.
My favorite one is the one from Mega Man X Command Mission.
Sigma wasn't even in that.
Oh, I thought he... Oh, right.
I'm glad we can all agree X1 is the best one.
Can we?
Yes.
Okay. What? Okay, what?
It's definitely not X6 where he's a big dumb zombie.
What about X8?
No.
Wait, you don't like Axel?
No, nobody likes Axel. Although we'll be getting to Curtis Axel. So let's do that.
Oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with Sigma and X8?
He looks so stupid.
He looks real bad.
It's X8. X8's not terrible. It's definitely better than X6 and X7, but it's not amazing. Gets good themes in those games, though. Maybe not X7, because nothing about X7 is good.
Oh my god, I hadn't actually seen Sigma and X8. What the shit am I looking at?
Yeah! Oh no, he's the best one!
Remember, folks, this is a wrestling podcast.
This is a clown podcast for idiots.
Yeah? Yeah?
So Ambrose gets crucified. But he gets saved from the crucifixion by Rollins, so he can pin Cesaro, and the duo maintain their title. Shield of Momentum is not going to get stopped at this juncture, so yeah. No shit.
Well, alrighty then.
Commercials. Come back. Backstage with the Bar, contemplating life, essentially, while Curtis Axel is coaching them. A little late for that one. They kind of lost already. Strowman walks in, and he does what he always does, which is heavily breathe at people. I think that's just his regular respiratory action, but still, it seems unnecessary to me.
Should we be worried about the state of Braun Strowman?
Probably.
Or, sorry,
Dude,
as his one t-shirt states, Braun Strowman?
Yeah, sorry. Paul Strowman. Like, I'm worried about him. I think he has more heart problems than a fucking tyrant. He's making me kind of scared here. Because people shouldn't be breathing like that. Jesus Christ, dude, calm down. But it doesn't matter, because now Curtis Axel is going to start yelling at Strowman, and he's like, I want to fight Roman Reigns. Me! It should be me! So Strowman just says, then go find him. It's turning into a romantic comedy? You're gonna go find him at the fucking airport?
Curtis Axel is going to be outside of Roman Reigns' window holding a jukebox.
With the fucking boombox over his shoulders in the rain.
That's a jukebox.
I don't know. That'd be way less convenient.
But more impressive.
Yeah, I was gonna say, see, their thing is retro. They love retro.
It's like a mini jukebox that you plug like an iPod into.
And it plays only midis. So yeah, Strowman's like, just go find him. Stop making such a big deal out of it. All the people in the room just start calling Curtis Axel a chicken shit and berate him for being too scared to fight Roman Reigns. So Curtis Axel's like, you know what? Fine, I'll go do it. And I guess we'll find out more about that later, because it's time to recap Sister Abigail. Oh boy.
Oh, my favorite.
So, during the recap, they show a lot of the fucking Sister Abigail parts from last week, but it doesn't have the voice modulation for Wyatt's Sister Abigail voice, so it's just him talking.
Great.
And it's like, somebody fucked up.
Nope, that was intentional. It's perfect. Shut up.
Totally meant to do that. Inconsistency is Sister Abigail's true power.
You don't get to be the eater of worlds if you're picky.
Galactus would agree. So now we gotta continue the bad idea and bring Finn Balor out here.
Oh, good.
So, is Portland Balor Club?
Yes?
Yup, everywhere is Balor Club. And every day is Rusev Day.
Maybe Balor Club is like a traveling circus rather than an actual, like, club room.
Okay, so it's not like a physical place, it is a state of being. It is an aura that Finn Balor projects.
Is it like the party philosophy that Andrew WK has? Or
yeah, pretty much.
Sure, okay.
If they collide, I don't want to see what happens. Something not very good will happen. Andrew WK will, like, turn into a demon and shit. Like, their powers will transfer into each other. Finn Balor will be really good at, like, partying and shit.
I want to see Finn Balor and Demon get up at a rave.
I mean, that'd be kind of rad, actually. So, Balor's here. He's going to tell us about Samhain, or Samhain, or however the fuck you pronounce it.
Satan.
No, it's somebody else. We're talking about that pumpkin-headed motherfucker from the real Ghostbusters.
Oh. Pumpkinhead.
No. Not actual Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead doesn't even have a pumpkin head. He's some weird demon-looking motherfucker that has dancing shoes or something.
Okay, I think I got it this time. The kid wearing the pumpkin from Trick or Treat.
No, it's Jack Skellington.
Oh, okay, I got it now.
But no, it's like some Celtic demon thing. It's Halloween. And it does make me realize that the theming of this stupid demon fight that's going to happen pretty soon does work pretty well with the Halloween timing. Works out pretty well. Balor says this shit, like, I'm going to slay a demon by popping my devil trigger. Cool. And they're using the same stupid transition effects so that Finn turns into the demon while he's talking, and it looks just as silly.
Gotta love those shitty transitions.
Yeah, I love Windows Movie Maker. He's talking more.
Who doesn't?
I do love 2006.
I can't wait.
How else am I gonna make my AMVs?
I can't wait until Finn Balor's lyric video for whatever song.
Oh man, Papa Roach really speaks to me.
That's a sentence no one should ever say.
Nobody should ever say that. He's talking more about like the power of being a myth nerd as a kid gave him a devil trigger that he's gonna use to beat up Backwoods Thresh over here. Why didn't that work for me? I was a myth nerd as a kid. Why didn't I get that shit? I got cheated, man.
You're not special enough.
Fuck you, I'm super special. Why don't I get Blackheart? He's my demon form.
Zen!
Devil Trigger! That's my Devil Trigger, is Blackheart. It's Shockma!
Shut the fuck up.
So, commercials. Alright, now it's time for Mickie James and Alexa Bliss. That killed the mood.
You don't say.
Ah, fuck! Alright, Emma's coming out first. Maybe that means we won't have to deal with, like, the really shitty talky bits of this feud. I hope. So, Emma said on Twitter, of course, because however the fuck else will she talk, there wouldn't be an Asuka if it wasn't for me.
What?
Ooh, man. I can't wait to watch this woman die in the ring in less than a week. That's all it made me think was, So, who's Mickey's partner? Because they never told us. It's Bayley. What?
Sure.
It's a weird choice. So yeah, Bayley comes out with her stand, I'm a mover again, and gets down to the ring. And they're talking about Alicia Fox has been fined for having a very physical meltdown a while ago.
What?
You can't touch the ref, because she beat the shit out of a ref.
Oh.
You can't do that.
That seems semi-hypocritical that she can't do that, but like every other person can.
I don't know if it was... I mean, it was an in-character thing.
Fair enough.
Commercials.
Of course.
Come back, and the match is happening. Cool. Alexa does nothing for the entire match. Then she gets tagged in. Mickie does a fucking combo video on her and uses her to pin and wins. Hey, any match where Emma loses is a good match in my mind, so I'll take it. We go backstage. Curtis Axel is working up the courage to ask Roman Reigns out on a Klingon date. And then we just cut to commercial before the shit actually happens. Like, he confronts Roman Reigns, and then they just cut to commercial. What the fuck?
Nice.
What? Why? So, come back from commercial, backstage, in the bar, and Strowman are still talking in a way that makes it look like they've all either been frozen in time till this moment, or they've been talking for that entire time. But the former seems more likely to me, because I don't really think anybody could hold a conversation with Strowman for more than 15 seconds. I really don't. But that's cool, who cares? Miz wants to know where Curtis Axel is. So they tell him. That's it. Thanks, I guess. Anyways, Bayley and Mickie are palling around after winning, and Mickie gets interviewed so she can talk about how she loves her son, but she also loves winning. Hey, I like winning too, so yeah.
You have something in common.
And I guess her son's name is Donovan, and I don't care because I don't think he has a cool stand sword, so he doesn't matter to me. Because that's the only Donovan that matters to me. And then they spend like a good 5 minutes recapping all the shit that's going to be at TLC next week. Because that's what this show's about anyway, so whatever.
Oh, good.
Go back to Miz, and what's he doing? He's screaming out Curtis's name like he's looking for Jason or some shit. Where is Curtis? He's hanging from a forklift by his feet without a shirt on.
What?
But don't worry, that's part of his strategy.
No, what? What?
He's hanging from a forklift by his feet without a shirt on.
What?
I think they're implying he got his ass kicked by Roman Reigns.
Oh, like legitimate. I thought you were making a reference to something.
No! That's what happened. They find him like that.
Did he get into a fight with Roman Reigns, or like a very skilled bear?
I don't know!
What?
That's why you don't mess with Ivana, the trained bear. You also don't mess with the commercials, because that's what happens, fucking commercials.
Yeah, that tracks.
Curtis is still writhing in pain like he's listening to Milia's theme, and they're like, what the fuck happened here?
that.
What? That's her theme. Shut up. So they're talking to Miz, and all of a sudden he just doesn't really give a shit about Curtis Axel anymore. He's like, but he was never going to be the fifth man anyway. Maybe he's finally taking my advice and that copy of 2K18 is going to be the fifth man? I don't know. Come on.
I don't know. Have you seen 2K18?
Yeah, it's strong.
That's not the word I would use to describe it.
It's pretty pungent. It's not. I'm not gonna say it's good, but it's strong.
Pungent is a pretty good way of describing it.
Is it?
So, yes.
Yes.
We get our third of the night.
Great.
Oh boy, because he heads down to the ring, of course. I can't wait for Reigns to win, so the whole Miz needed a fourth man thing from last week is made completely pointless. Because that'd be amazingly, very on point for Raw.
Very redundant, too.
Exactly. So there's this whole thing where Angle said that nobody can be at ringside. So what does Miz do? He slips in for some commentary.
What? Okay.
People need to hear my voice. They need to hear what I have to say.
Do they?
Motherfucker, you're like the only wrestler with a fucking talk show. That happened tonight. You talk plenty. Get the fuck out of here with that, Miz. Come on. But I do love that Miz is here so he can just shit talk Reigns while the other commentators are just like, why are you so scared to see Strowman get bodied? Because that's the whole thing is like, no, do it, Strowman. That's his entire commentary. No! He's like that guy in the theater that won't shut up about, don't go in that door! He's that guy.
Nah, don't put your hand in the hole.
Don't do it! It's the Gom Jabbar! I'm gonna bask in that one for a second. Okay.
You do that, buddy. I didn't get it, but you do that.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be a couple people who do. Or maybe not, I don't know. If not, that one's for me. I'm gonna take that slice of the joke pizza for myself.
This whole episode so far has mostly just been for you.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't get it, then it's for me.
Except for Shakma.
Shakma is for everybody.
Sights Uncena, episode 9 - tangentially related.
It's been all about Shakma and Sigma. My two boyists. I love them. They're the best. So yeah, commercials. We come back and Reigns is spending the match trying to run away because he truly is Earth's mightiest hero. So Strowman's eye starts getting fucked up. His left eye starts like closing and shit. And maybe he's actually turning into General Rum at this point. It kind of seems like he is.
For the Horde.
He's gonna start throwing stupid bat things at him. Oh man, he's gonna pop Instinct and it's gonna get real silly. So Reigns starts climbing on the cage. He's almost over the top of the cage. But then the bar comes out and they break the fucking rules and try to stop that shit. But then the rest of the Shield come out to clean the whole mess up. So that shit's happening. Strowman finally decides to wake up in time to drag Reigns back over the top of the cage and fucking bomb him to the ground.
Wow, okay.
So now they're both dead on the ground, as you'd expect. Strowman throws his trunk of an arm over Reigns to win, but the script jerks his arm right before he wins and saves him.
Also, real quick, when did they start doing the pin stipulation for cage matches?
I don't know.
What's the point of having the cage, then, if you could just win normally?
Because you can climb out and win, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, but like cage matches used to be the only way you could win was by climbing out. But now you can win by climbing out, just exiting the door, or getting
That's
a
the
pin.
dumbest part to me, is you can just walk out the door.
You just leave. That's how you win, you just leave.
Well, yeah, just ask The Miz. Fuck it, I'm just gonna leave.
I'm done.
The Miz is very
Bye.
good at cage matches.
Probably. So the fight's still happening outside the ring, and they start giving us a taste of things to come as they mess with all the ladders and shit, until they run backstage to distract us from the actual match. Because the cameras actually go on them. Match is still happening in the cage, but who gives a shit? And like, I'm sorry, did we forget what the fight was?
There's a fight going on?
Is that loud?
Like, Miz is like, I have to go do something. And so he hops off commentary, and it was like, what the fuck's he gonna do?
My home planet needs me.
So Miz goes backstage, and he tricks all the guys into getting into the parking garage and locks the door. And he flashes us a shit-eating grin, which is a very Miz thing to do. So now, I guess they're taken care of. Miz helps back onto commentary, and the other guys are like, what the fuck was that about? He's like, I just had to go do something.
Just don't worry about it.
Yeah, fuck you, shut up.
Don't worry, nothing happened.
So what's happening? Oh, Reigns does his stupid Rapukin thing where he punches the ground, which I guess is him going Super Saiyan. Superman punch count.
Predictable.
1. Superman punch count number 2.
Predictable.
2 in a row.
I can't believe he got the double Rapukin.
Rapukin?
Shut up. I can't.
Puma man. So Miz starts yelling, behind you! Really cementing that feeling like the jackass in a movie theater who forgets they aren't the only person watching a horror movie. And then probably the best part of the night does happen here. The whole place just gets bathed in this fucking red light. Everything turns red like we're fighting in Ultratech Industries or some shit. What the fuck is happening?
I don't know. You're the one recapping. You tell me, asshole.
I'm trying to build some suspense here. I'm sorry, I'm trying to have some storytelling about this.
No!
And then they punched each other, and the red lights came on, and then he came over here, and he was like, what's this all about? Where's the beef? 'Cause get it? It's the 90s. Yeah, fuck that. I'm not saying it like that. Whatever. Somebody busts out of the fucking ground. Who is it? It's Kane!
What?
Kane just climbs out of the fucking floor, and it's not stupid business Kane, it's proper monster Kane. Strowman calls him in as a fucking assist out of the ground.
What?
And the two big motherfuckers just start tossing Strowman around like a football. And Strowman decides, let's just end this. Pins and he wins. So I guess Miz gets 5 people, and his 5th man is going to be Kane.
Well,
he knew all along. I will say that was actually pretty hype.
I can't wait for the Shield to win.
Yeah, they're still gonna win, but that was pretty awesome.
But
watching Kane just climb out of the fucking ground.
Is Kane better than a copy of 2K18?
That's debatable.
I don't know. Can you buy a Kane for $80 Canadian?
Probably not. I'd say he's at least 90.
Okay.
He's the $10 DLC pack, huh?
No, he's $90 separate.
The special edition DLC. I get you.
Yeah, you get some Infinity Eggs with him too, and a shitty version of his mask.
So that was Raw, huh?
That was Raw. It ended strong, I will say that.
Yeah, sounds like it. So what would you give it then?
I'm gonna go like a 7. If it wasn't for the Kane parts, it'd definitely be like a 6.
Fair enough. Dup, what are you giving Raw this week?
Sigma out of 10, you say? Well,
I guess that.
Mega Man X8 out of 10.
This was a very stupid recording session.
Oh, we're not done yet. We still gotta do SmackDown,
Yeah,
idiot.
no, I'm aware. I'm aware.
it's Shockma.
So should we just get into SmackDown then?
Let's go to SmackDown. What happened?
Go ahead.
So SmackDown starts, and who's the first person to come out?
Rusev.
John Cena.
Come on, Rusev.
Oh no, wait, John Cena's on Raw.
Not anymore. I haven't seen him in a long time. He walked into the sun. He gave up. His ending happened.
So no idea then, Dup.
No.
It's Daniel Bryan.
Oh,
Okay.
Mr. Yes.
Yeah, the general manager. On his way down to the ring, I saw a sign that said, "Stone Cold needs bitcoins. Send bitcoins." And it had a QR code on it.
That's a bad SOS, man.
So he gets
He
in.
needs bitcoins.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. Nobody needs Bitcoin.
He needs them!
You need to send bitcoins to the Rattlesnake Ranch or whatever.
How else will he pay off that booze truck he used to spray The Rock that one time?
Also, no, sorry, it's the Broken Skull Ranch. So,
I need those skulls, though.
yeah, it's the 50 Cent game.
Well, that's just single skull.
So, Daniel Bryan gets into the middle of the ring, and the crowd just will not stop chanting for him for like 2 minutes straight, prompting him to get real close to the mic and go, "Come on, guys, the show's only 2 hours long. We can't keep doing this."
Yeah, it's not Raw. Like, there's only 2 hours. We need to get this shit started.
So, Daniel name drops Sami Zayn, and the crowd gets, like, just really heated out of nowhere. And so, he ends up coming out, and, like last week, he has a ridiculous amount of heat, but half the crowd is booing him, and the other half is singing along with his theme music, and no one can really decide how they feel about him.
He's a very indecisive person.
More anti-heroes.
Yeah, but this takes place in Seattle. So, Sammy's out here,
Close enough.
and his whole thing is, I can't be a bad guy, I'm just doing what I need to do in order to get my career actually moving up. Actual quote from Sami Zayn here, "Daniel, we're both great in-ring performers. At least I still am."
Ooh, what a burn.
This got him nuclear heat from the crowd. A little, like, 2-3 sentences later, "Maybe if you worked smarter instead of harder, you wouldn't have had to retire." The crowd is so loud and against Sammy at this point that he is approaching Supernova.
Supernova?
Yeah, you know, like the Oasis song, Champagne... Supernova.
No.
Bring it. Power of the Nova Force!
I swear to
There.
God,
No, dude.
every time the guy from Oasis says Supernova in the song Champagne Supernova, he says it as a Champagne Supernova.
I don't know, this seems fake.
I love Dracula.
So, Daniel looks like he's just about ready to slug Sammy, but then Kevin Owens interrupts him and comes out to hang out with his best buddy in the ring. And as Kevin's on his way down, the crowd is even louder and booing now. We are quickly approaching the heat death of the WWE Universe.
Damn entropy.
Eventually Daniel just kind of gets tired of the shit, though, and he just leaves to, quote-unquote, go find a couple of dudes to punch you in the face.
Who needs eloquence?
So the first match of tonight is Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Naomi versus Natalya, Lana, and Tamina. I didn't take down when the commercials happened, so...
I just do paragraph breaks.
Yeah. So, hey, did you know that TLC is this weekend at 8 p.m.? I'm Michael Cole. Please watch our pay-per-views on the WWE Network, only $10 a month. And if you saw...
Also,
Are
eat
you
payday
okay?
candy bars.
So,
Background, are you okay?
yes. So,
Okay.
considering Lana is usually a manager, it's kind of hard to forget that she's actually kind of a really talented wrestle lady. I don't really have much else to say about this fight, though. Although, it's really funny to me how most of the women wear, like, semi-revealing clothing, and Tamina just runs into the ring wearing a t-shirt, jeans, and a vest.
Sure.
Charlotte wins with a figure 4 leg lock on Lana, leading to the question, once again, who does the figure 4 hurt? Like, it looks like it's equally hurting both people who are doing it. I don't get it.
I don't think you need to.
So, Natalya grabs a chair, hits it on a barricade, rushes down Charlotte in order to hit her with it, but, like, misses and then drops the chair. And Charlotte picks the chair up and starts rushing down Natalya, but Natalya just kind of pieces out and runs to the crowd.
We need those chairs for TLC, goddammit!
So, we go backstage, and Daniel Bryan has very quickly found some people to punch Kevin and Sami in the face. Any guesses?
Ty Dillinger, because I hate him.
You need 2 people.
Alright, Ty Dillinger and Dolph Ziggler.
Well, I can tell you, Ty's not on the card tonight, Dolph has a separate match with Bobby Roode. Dup, any ideas?
No.
It's Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura. The most obvious of choices.
Well, I'm sorry, I wanted to get a little exotic.
It's time for Pulp Fashion.
Oh, back to Paul Blart 2.5?
Although this episode of Pulp Fashion is not co-starring the cast and crew of Pulp Fiction.
No Vincent Vega? God damn it.
Like, when they showed the not co-starring or whatever, like, there was an entire long list that they had to scroll through for like 10 seconds. So Fandango arrested the Ascension and then told them to be cool like Tyler Breeze, and then the camera pans over and Tyler's like dressed like Uma Thurman's character in Pulp Fiction, dancing like her, and then just kind of like stops and walks back over to the table that the Ascension are at. Sure
Was there a point to that?
because it's a Pulp Fiction parody, I guess. So
Not good enough.
there's a burger and a couple of fries sitting on the table, which Tyler Breeze notices, and he asks the question, you know what they call a quarter pounder in France?
The quarter pounder.
No. A Royal Rumble with cheese.
No.
Followed by a beat of silence and both members of the Ascension at the same time just going, what?
And then 30 men come out and beat the shit out of them.
29, thank you.
It's 29, I'm sorry.
So, Tyler Breeze takes a bite out of the burger, and then he dies because of his pickle allergy.
No.
Yep, rip.
Pickles? That's what does you in.
Yep.
Damn it, Rugrats.
So, like, Fandango's just kind of hunched over him, and then the Ascension members also hunch over, and they're like, hey, we can save him, but only if you promise to be our friends. So Fandango's like, yeah, sure, whatever. So they hand him, like, this really big syringe.
You'll know what to do with this.
Yep, and they're like, you need to stab him in this very specific part and pull out the pickles. What?
The pickles.
As it turns out, though, Tyler didn't actually have allergies or anything. He just fainted because the burger bun was gluten-free, and he found it gross.
This is dumb.
What?
Yep. Someone stole the glowing briefcase, though, so see you next time!
But what about the pickles?
Don't worry about him.
Is that what's in the briefcase, golden pickles?
Maybe. We'll find out. Maybe. So, Baron Corbin, captain of the SS Teardrop, comes out first for his next match because traditions are for suckers. Any guesses who he's fighting tonight?
Captain Ahab.
Duff?
Zen!
What?
No!
What?
He's not fighting Captain Ahab, nor is he fighting Zed. He's fighting Sin Cara.
Blackbeard. Oh, I don't know. Gotta have boat battles like it's fucking Assassin's Creed. Get some Black Flag action in there or something. I don't know.
But yeah, no, he's fighting Sin Cara.
Oh, no.
And Sin Cara goes through a match without botching.
That's a fucking miracle.
Because it's only 30 seconds long and he wins by countout.
That's still a miracle.
The funniest part of this match, though, is Sin Cara's mask got a little bit loose. So, like, when they're zooming in on his face while he's walking back up the ramp to the Titantron, like, the mask was just kind of downwards and covering, like, half of his eyes, and he clearly couldn't see anything. Sure.
It's all good. Nobody will know.
So we get an interview segment with the Usos, and they don't say anything particularly interesting. And then Gable and Benjamin come out to taunt them over how they're going to win the titles at some point, I guess. But they don't really say anything interesting. And then suddenly we're in the middle of the woods.
That's where you wrestle.
Yep. The Bludgeon Brothers are out here with hammers, and they're about to murder the cameraman. I want to point out...
It really is a fighting game.
Yeah. I just want to point out I wrote that as a joke during the segment, and then the segment actually did end, and it ended with them murdering the cameraman. So we cut to the commentary table, and Corey Graves is like, there was a glitch in WWE 2K18 that removed Byron Saxton's commentary, which, even if that was true, that's not even the most interesting glitch in that piece of shit.
Far from it.
I can't wait until Cena gets stuck in an ankle lock via the couch.
I can't wait for him to get stuck in the skybox.
So, hey, Jinder Mahal went to India to show off his championship and hang out with his people and go on, like, TV and, like, do a big media tour, which is actually kind of cool, I guess. And then...
Is he done being racist?
Him, yes.
Okay, good.
So he's out here to make a special announcement about Survivor Series. And while Jinder's done being racist, the crowd is not.
Well, that's never going to change, sadly.
Yeah, the crowd's being a real piece of shit to Jinder tonight. So, his whole thing is that while he was there, like, he met a kid. It was like, you've beat Randy Orton on multiple occasions, and you've beat Shinsuke Nakamura. Who else is there to beat for the modern-day Maharaja? And, I'm sure a little kid said that, Jinder. But, yeah. So...
Yeah, that's totally how they talk.
Yep.
It's like when my 5-year-old comes up to me and asks me about the dead soldiers.
My 2-year-old came up to me and asked me, Mom, why does Jinder Mahal have the championship?
How did you pay for these hot dogs? Killing lots of soldiers.
Yeah,
just cut to the graves. Who knows who killed them? Was it me? Was it God? I don't know.
Yes,
Fuck it.
Yes, that definitely, though. Everybody knows all hot dogs ever are a product of the war economy.
Well, then, yeah, that's why Fred Durst is such a piece of shit. How do you think he gets the hot dog flavored water?
Remember Sundowner in Metal Gear Rising? It turns out he didn't like the war economy. He just really liked hot dogs.
He does seem like the kind of man who would love him some hot dogs.
Probably put some relish on it, though. Piece of garbage.
Sauerkraut, motherfucker! You made the wrong choice.
So, real quote here. I need to beat someone that you all think is unbeatable. So at Survivor Series, I'm challenging the Beast, Brock Lesnar.
Oh, God. It always has to be 4 syllables.
Yup. And then AJ Styles comes out. It's like, well, you beat Randy and you beat Shinsuke, but you still haven't beaten me, so sure.
Also, why is Brock Lesnar impressive to beat? Strowman did it like twice in 2 minutes on a constant basis on Raw.
Because
he just walked out and kicked his ass.
Because Strowman's a big man. Like, Jinder Mahal is not a big man. He is going to get his shit wrecked, and knowing the WWE, they're probably going to make it a title match, meaning the WWE Championship is probably moving over to Raw.
He can beat him.
So AJ just kind of kicks Jinder once, and I guess now they have a match at some point. Sure.
Hey, you can't do that, man.
So they cut to a backstage interview in a bit, and Jinder's out there, and he's just kind of shouting out about whatever. And then he goes, next week, Sunil will challenge AJ in my honor. And Sunil just kind of zoned out, goes, well, I mean, yeah! So, I can't wait for that jobber to happen.
That'll be awesome.
Oh, good. It's time for everybody's favorite match of the night. Dolph Ziggler versus Bobby Roode.
You sound excited.
Ziggler wins. Who gives a shit? Let's move on.
I don't, so yay.
So, I guess Brock on Monday night, coming up, is going to respond to Jinder Mahal. And it's probably just going to be yeah, sure, why not? Suplex City, bitch.
Yup.
So, we go backstage to Aiden English singing to himself about how cool he is, but no one gives a shit. And then the New Day shows up, and they're just roasting Aiden, and then Rusev shows up, and he tells them that it's no longer time to celebrate a new day, it's time to celebrate Rusev Day.
Every day is Rusev Day.
Rusev Day is 24 hours long, and has been a month.
Rusev Day happens wherever it's Balor Club, which means it happens all the time everywhere.
Wait, I thought Balor Club was a state of mind.
Yeah. It projects everywhere. It reaches to the stratosphere.
Great. Yeah, look forward to next week when we continue celebrating Rusev Day.
I'll never stop.
Oh, boy. So it's time for the main event.
You sound excited.
Yep. It's time for the main event of Randy and Shinsuke versus Kevin and Sammy. And the match starts about how you would expect with a match featuring Lava Monster Randy Orton.
That's my favorite alternate costume.
Well, I mean, look, man. He runs around for 15 seconds, and he's red. Like, I have no better way of putting it. He is just red.
I can't wait for him to get a Dark Con outfit. Awesome.
Zen.
Fuck Dark Con!
Zen!
And fuck that outfit!
Zen!
I'm sorry. No, I'm not, but continue.
So, this match is pretty much a general match featuring Randy until he puts Sammy through the English commentary table, and that's how you know this match is serious?
Holy shit.
Is that legal?
No!
Apparently.
Is that allowed?
Maybe it was just another Spanish announcer's table that they said was the English one.
Yeah, they just kind of moved over to the Spanish one momentarily. So, eventually, Kevin throws Shinsuke into the stairs and then distracts the refs so Sammy can land a shot to the nuts on Randy. And then Sammy lands his finisher and wins. I wasn't actually expecting Sammy and Kevin to win tonight. Huh.
This sucks.
I don't know, it's alright. I think they're doing pretty good. It's really hard to explain in words because, yeah. So, they go backstage and they're just kind of shouting like, hey, we're the best, Dan and Bryan. What do you got for us next week? A lumberjack match? A handicap match? A Daniel Bryan on a pole match?
Is that a type of match?
Maybe?
Does he fight people off of the pole?
Well, okay, so there has been pole matches before where they put shit on top of a pole and then you can grab it and use it as like a weapon. And I like the idea of taking Daniel Bryan off a pole and using him as a weapon, but
I was hoping for some Billy Kane shit, actually.
There was I can't remember if it was WWE or WCW, this was a while ago, but there was a match where the stipulation was one of the wrestlers' moms was being, or one of the wrestlers' was being held on top of a forklift. They weren't being, held by a harness that was holding them in the air. They were just standing on top of a forklift. And
I can't get down.
Yeah, and that was the stipulation of the match. Yep. Hey.
That's not what I remember.
Hey, good news. Shane O'Mac is coming back next week. Heck, darn, shit, piss, damn.
Who?
Shane McMahon.
Oh, Shane McMahon.
Yeah. And then we get a long shot of Randy and Shinsuke angrily staring down the ramp at KO and Sammy, and they're cutting a promo under the Titantron. And SmackDown ends on Kevin shouting, "Hug me tight!" to Sammy. And overall, it's a 6 out of 10, I guess. It's not bad, but it wasn't great either. What would you give it, Top?
10.
I give it a Dolph Ziggler's entrance out of 10.
I give it a Shockma out of 10.
We're not putting your stupid baboon into WWE 2K18.
Let's make him. He's Parbon's tag team partner.
Buy me 2K18 and I'll do it.
Don't buy him 2K18. That game's garbage.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
He's Parbon's tag team partner.
God, we really gotta start doing shit with WWE 2K16.
Parbon is a powerful, powerful man.
Anyways.
Wait, hold on. I've been meaning to bring this up. I feel like we could probably at some point, continue to mention the fact that, we have a Patreon.
Oh, yeah. Probably. Yeah, we do.
Probably be a good idea to bring that up
it's
pretty
a good
often.
thing.
Yeah, if you'd send us $1, maybe eventually we'll hit the goal where we have to riff over every single film that John Cena has starred in. I mostly just put starred in, though, because I really, really do not want to watch the Fred movies.
I should also
will.
mention that We don't pay for like any advertising or shit, as you can see by like the 50 views we have on our YouTube channel. So if you could like spread the word if you like the show,
hell yeah.
That'd be nice. We kind of need more word of mouth going.
Help us get sponsored by Blue Apron.
No.
More people need to know about Shockma.
Go.
So tell more people.
Jack Ryan, end the podcast!
No!
Go to
Audible.
Jack Ryan, hurry up!
Go to audible.com/.
Don't steal it, Jack Ryan!
Also, shoutouts to Albus for his fucking awesome patronage, or whatever the fuck it's called on Patreon. I don't know shit about Patreon.
Money giving.
His money giving, yeah. Your money giving is highly appreciated.
Oh boy. So this has been another episode of Sights Uncena, the first, only, and God willing last clown podcast for idiots on the internet.
Oh, it won't be the last.
Not for us, at least.
Not for anyone.
As always, I've been your host, Chet Grind. With me has been Zed Scissors and Dup. I don't have an edge for this episode.
Put him in there!
Put who in there?
You know who!
No, I don't!
Shockma! Put him in there. Put him in everything! So what's your second favorite form of Sigma?
I'm stopping recording.
I'm gonna go with Reaper Sigma. Reaper Sigma's pretty cool.
I hate this stupid podcast.